Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wight Noise podcast. With me is my co-host, Ethan.
Hello.
With me is my social media manager, also known as Penny.
What's up?
That's going to come in the audio. That's going to be great.
What was that?
That was a Tavish intro.
That was it. Yeah. Sure was.
I saw a bottle of water and I started chugging it.
Great.
Oh, that's what
Just
that
what we
was.
needed.
Did you do the
Yes.
whole thing where you like crush the bottle like into your throat hole?
Oh, no. For the video. Do it for the video.
What video?
Yeah.
An audio podcast.
For the audio.
Oh, I should turn my phone on silent.
Yeah?
Hold on, let me finish this bottle of water.
You know, this is what you should have done before we were recording.
Well, it was halfway drank, so it wasn't bothering me. But then there was like a smidge left. So I had to finish the smidge.
Halfway, then smidge. Did it just, like, evaporate?
It was halfway, and then I chugged it for the intro, and then I squirted it into my
What?
mouth.
Okay,
so
so you
there's
should
the
have just
smidge.
not. Yeah, whatever. I won't ever understand your brain. So why
That's
even?
fine.
Why
Dude,
even
I
bother?
don't understand.
Yeah.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
So
Hey, wait. Did we check to see if we could get a guest for this week? I'm
I
assuming
didn't.
no.
I didn't bother.
It's
Oh,
hard
wow,
enough to
there
get
you
the
go.
main cast.
Okay.
That's fair.
Hey. I
It's
feel
not just you.
attacked. Okay, it
You
wasn't.
should feel attacked, but it was mainly at you. But I just had a weird schedule.
Okay.
Work changed my schedule. Like they texted me yesterday and was like, "Hey, instead of working until 5:15, can you work till 8:15 and come in later?" And I was like, "Sure." And then I thought about it. I was like, "Oh wait, dang, I had plans." So I told my boss that I had prior plans. Could I just leave early? And she was like, "Yeah, you can leave at like 6:30." I was like, "All right, cool."
Yeah.
Yeah, normally it's me, but this weekend I was abnormally not busy.
For me, it was, so I got Aaron's message about us starting the podcast today, like early in the morning. I got that at like midnight, so I read it and I was like, oh, Sunday. Okay, cool. Thinking tomorrow, and then went to sleep and I was like, oh yeah, that was midnight when I read that. Oh, so yeah, yeah.
Are you one of those guys that like you leave your friend's house at like 12:30 and they're like, "All right, I'll see you tomorrow," and you're like, "Don't you meet later today?"
No, I'm not.
That's
It was me checking, like, I didn't even know what day it was, so I checked, like, on my phone. I was like, oh, so it's like, it changed the day. So I was like, okay, so
Oh,
tomorrow.
okay.
Yeah, because I had no idea. So that's
So
why
you
I
looked at
checked.
your phone and your phone said it was Saturday, and so you thought tomorrow
Yeah.
morning,
Exactly.
Sunday morning.
Exactly. And that's why whenever I got the text message
you
where it
should
was like,
know I'm not gonna be on there Sunday morning.
yeah, I didn't think so, but I was like, who knows? So I checked my phone while at work, and I was like, oh, that was today. Oops. Like, I was
So yeah, me and Aaron just sat in a Discord this morning for like 2 hours, just chilling, not recording, just
Nice.
just chilling.
He played Crucible, and I sat there and edited the video we recorded.
Yep.
So.
Okay. Well, I mean,
And I looked up
that
guides on how to get outbreak protected catalysts and stuff like that.
progress, progress.
Yeah, that's what I told Ethan. I was like,
Yeah.
we may not have done what we wanted to do, but I made a lot of progress on future stuff. But
See?
then I got home, and my Premiere decided not to save any of my progress, so I didn't make very much progress.
I mean, we did have that phone sex conversation
Whoa.
this morning.
I mean, yeah.
Wait, what?
What?
What? What? What?
It's a joke.
Okay.
It's a joke.
Anyways, so for those who
He didn't know.
haven't checked our social media for anything, which Aaron is the entire owner of and controls all of it.
I don't claim Twitter. I do bad at that.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
I'm learning.
Yeah, you're learning, so you'll
I
get
can't
there,
decide
man.
whether to be like memeier or like official, because I read some stuff that like you don't want to like do just like podcast links and stuff like that, because then they just get tired of your content, and I can see that.
Yeah.
Like I want to post interesting stuff too. I really
Mhm.
need to be like more on point with like clips.
Yeah. But what I was going to talk about is because you just brought up something as to you editing a certain thing for future content, which we've never talked about on the podcast. As far as what we've been doing, other than this for recording. So if you wanna bring that up real quick.
All right. So I've talked about like doing Divinity and stuff like this, but I'm slowly doing like funny moment videos and stuff. But me, Ethan, and Derp did a playthrough of the 0 hour mission on Destiny 2. Yeah, we're super behind. We know. Everybody else in the world has it. We know. But we have it now. But it's a solid video coming out. Hopefully it'll be out Monday if my thing doesn't mess up again.
I remember getting home from work the day that 0 hour was discovered because
you weren't.
The way 0 hour came out, it was the same as Whisper. Is it just came out and there was no announcement or anything? Like there was no like Bungie never like said, oh hey, this is Exotic is out. Just the update came out, and then data miners were like, there's an update. Let's look for new shit. And then they found that was one of them. They're like, huh, all right, let's do this. And like people on PC, what was crazy is that Xbox servers were down for the update for longer than expected, and the guys on PC after the update came out had found the exotic quest, done all the steps, found their way through the 0 hour mission and completed it and gotten Outbreak perfected before Xbox's servers were even up. And so I was watching videos and like live streams and stuff at work because I don't do anything at work a lot of days. It was just a random Tuesday afternoon and there wasn't anything for me to do.
Was that your job at when you worked at the school?
Yeah, this is my IT job.
Oh, okay.
So
I couldn't remember when it came out, so I didn't know.
Yeah, no, this is when I was at school and I was working for IT and there was like nothing for me to do and I had finished all my homework. So I was just keeping up to date with like different live streams and stuff. And they discovered how to do it, and I was like, all right. And I was messaging people while I was at work, and I was like, all right, today, after work, I need 2 people to be free, and we need to give this a shot. And then I think it was a combination of not enough people were free that were high enough power level, because it was 690 power, and I was the only one that was at 700.
Yeah, none of us were that high. I mean, I'm barely even 690. I'm 699 right now. Since like update and everything, I'm real sad.
Yeah, I remember because how I remember that when it was first released was watching a certain YouTube channel's video over the whole Fallen backstory that's been going on behind the scenes that we'd never hear about, and then the next day, that update comes out and that Exotic's around. And what was crazy was it was like that morning. Me and a friend of mine were talking about the Siva. Like there was some Siva weapon coming out. Like that's all we heard was there was some Siva coming out, and it was going to be Siva weapon, and the Fallen were coming back in. And we're like, that sounds really cool. And that like it was that exact same day that update came out, and I had no idea that that's what we were even talking about, was something that was going to happen that day. So yeah, I remember exactly when Outbreak Perfected was being released. So
yeah, so long story short, we finally got around to doing that. I tried it the night before the podcast crew did it. I tried it with Noah and with my roommate Tay, and we ran it probably like 6 or 7 times late into the night trying to get it, and didn't get it. And then me, Aaron, and Derp ran it, and we got it significantly quicker.
That's within watching videos and noticing a single slight shortcut and knowing the jumps and everything at that point as well. So
that one shortcut though wasn't that significant.
No, it's not. But I mean, every little bit counts whenever you're set and stacked with 20 minutes. Also knowing what weapons to use, because I remember I joined you when we first started doing Outbreak Perfected as well, and we had no idea what weapons to actually use. We just kept using different elements and thinking that was going to work.
When I did it with Wyatt and Noah, we actually ran it a couple times where like I ran all Void, and then Noah ran all Arc, and then Wyatt ran all Solar. We did it a couple times like that, And then I wanted to mix it up, where all of us had all 3 elements. So our subclass, our power weapon, and our energy weapon were different elements, but then none of us had the same element of a certain weapon class or subtype. So I think I had arc subclass, void energy, and then solar power weapon, and Wyatt had solar power, or a solar subclass, and then a arc energy weapon, and then a void power weapon. And we did it that way, and I just wanted to do it for, an experimentation, and it went okay. And I feel like you could do it that way, but meh.
I mean, we did it, got it in, it's not going to spoil anything. We got it in 2 tries, and then we ran Tay through it and got it in 2 tries, and then we ran Noah through it and got it the first try, and then you were like, hey, there's a random, and I'm like, all right. And then he had, never seen a video or anything, so he was, slowing us down a lot. So me and Dirt, this was at, 12:30?
Yeah, I wasn't there anymore. I haven't heard about this, so.
Me and Ethan just ran it.
We had gotten really good at it.
Yeah, because, it was just, ingrained in our heads at that point. So I messaged Ethan without telling the random. I said, forget this guy. Let's do this and just leave him behind after the 3rd room. So that's what we did, and me and Ethan 2-manned it with a minute left.
So the random that actually got in with us, he was actually pretty cool, and he had prefaced it when he first joined. He was like, so I've never ran this mission before, and I don't know what to do. And in my mind, I was like, all right, so I feel like we can do it in 2 tries. I feel like the first try, we'll try to see if we can get him through it, get him as far as he can, and
He
Aaron,
also didn't know good English either.
His English was actually really good, though.
Yeah, but he couldn't. It was okay, but when I tried to explain to him where to jump down at, he couldn't figure out what I was talking about.
It's also also a really confusing mission that we had run. I had run 20 plus times, so
we should have told him just to look up the video, and then we would start it again.
That's a lazy excuse, though.
I don't know. He was taking a long time to do the fans too. I watched him do the fans. It took him 4 minutes.
Okay.
It was just the fans.
But the second run of that with the random, Aaron and I just ran straight through as fast as we could through the maze, the jumping puzzle, parkour area, and got to the final boss fight as fast as we could. And then we basically just, the 2 of us took care of the boss fight. And the random, he was actually like, oh man, I'm sorry guys, I didn't get through. I feel like I didn't help any. I didn't get to the final boss. I didn't get to help. I'm sorry. And we're like, but did you get the exotic? And he's like, yeah, I got it. And we're like, well, yeah, there you go. And if it hadn't been almost 1 a.m., then I don't know about Aaron, but I would have taken the time to show him the routes, and at least on our successful run gotten him to the boss fight. Because when we were fighting enemies, he was doing just fine. It was just getting confused on the parkour parts. But the reason that I just sort of our second run through, I was like, let's just run straight through it and see if we can handle it, just me and Aaron. And we did. And the reason that I did that is because it was so late at night, and we had already run it so many times, and I was getting tired. But he was actually a really cool guy. And then Aaron left, and then me and him joined Tay and Noah, and we played actually 3 or 4 rounds of comp all together, with varying degrees of success. But he was actually decent. Noah and Wyatt placed differently in the leaderboards on our team every single time. I was normally at the top, and then sometimes Noah was second, sometimes the random was second, sometimes I don't think Tay was ever second. Sorry, buddy.
Love you, Tay.
But he was really fun to play with, and we invited him to our clan, and he said he'd think about it. So he was actually a lot of fun to play with. Enjoyed.
A lot of commitment.
Not to be that guy or anything, but did you ever plug our podcast, the thing that we're doing?
I told him that's how I had to run him through it.
Okay, cool.
Literally, when I asked, because he messaged me, because I had messaged him, because I liked his gamer tag, and then he messaged me back, and he was like, hey, are you doing Outbreak? And we're like, yeah. And he was like, oh. I was like, yeah, we just finished running a friend through it. And he was like, oh, I've been wanting help with that. And I messaged Aaron, or I talked to Aaron. I was like, hey, I know that we just finished running Noah through it, but are you up for running one more person? Because this guy just messaged me, and he said that he needs help doing it, and I don't really like turning down someone who asks for help, especially in something like Destiny, because, I love doing stuff like that. And Aaron was like, yeah, but one condition. And I was like, what's that? He was like, we have to make sure that he follows the podcast.
Okay.
And I was like,
social media, man. That's me.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, whatever. And so we got him in the party, and we were explaining things to him, and then Aaron was like, but we'll do this for you on one condition. And he was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And he was like, can you go follow our YouTube channel? I was like,
He was like, yeah, dude, send me the link.
I was like, this is the nerdiest thing we have ever done.
Yeah.
No, see, I told Ethan that what we should do is stand up there and just say, all right, we're running this through. We can run you through it for free, but you gotta go sub. We need one
Just
sub.
hang out at the mission start and be like, we will run you through Outbreak if you sub to our YouTube channel.
Our name gets out there, and all of a sudden they're like, these guys are like working for subs in Destiny.
Yeah.
That's whoring ourselves out for subs. You realize that, right?
I ended up having to hang out with a subscriber of ours. So I mean that was really cool to be able to do that experience of hanging out with Q for just for, and I didn't really get to hang out with him. It was more Noah, dude. Noah sacrificed himself and decided that it would be a good idea to play Crucible with Q. Now I say
Noah
he decided
hates
to,
Crucible.
but
Noah hates Crucible so much, and I honestly,
yeah,
I don't understand why.
I kind of forced him to play Crucible with Q because Q kept bringing up how good he is at Crucible. So I was like, you know what, Noah, you should go play Crucible with him. I'm too busy doing this thing. You should really go play Crucible with him.
So the thing is, when we were playing comp the other night, he was doing like well, and then when we hopped into quick play, because he's been playing so much Crucible to try and get Thorn. Because it's been taking him forever to finish that quest. Yep. And he's like right below me in the leaderboards, like only like 2-3 kills behind me. And he's like, look at that, Ethan. Look what I've become because of this stupid exotic quest. And I'm like, so you're decent at I'm like, you're decent at Crucible now. Mm-hmm. Why do you hate it? And he's like, I just fucking hate it. I hate all of it. And I understand like not having fun when you're dying all the time because,
But now he's winning.
but now he's not dying all the time. Like, he's going positive. Like, he used to never go positive. His KD used to be like 0.6. But now his KD is like 1.6, 1.88. I'm like, you're doing decent now. Now why do you hate it? He's like, I still hate it. Even though I'm like getting kills going positive, I still hate it. I'm like, I don't understand that at all.
Yeah. That's weird.
And even now, because like for the longest time, and I understand having to use one loadout and that getting annoying, like for an exotic quest, because he was using Ikelos hand cannon, because void hand cannon, that's how you get the best progress for the Thorn quest. So he's like, I'm tired of using Ikelos hand cannon. That I understand. And I also understand taking a break from Crucible, because after my solo comp grind to get Lunas and Recluse, I took a break from Crucible. But I'm back in it now, and I still enjoy it. But he's decent. He doesn't have to stay locked down to the same loadout anymore. And he's like, I'm never touching Crucible ever again.
I don't get it, man. That I don't get.
It may be the thing, like, you go on a straight binger for like a weekend and just get shitty every single night, and then you wake up on like Monday morning and you're like, I'm never drinking again. And then like 3 weeks later, you're doing the same exact shit.
I like how your analogies are always dealing with alcohol of some sort.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so for example, there's a certain character, and I remember this because it fits so perfectly, and with my brain, I like to compare things a lot, so whenever somebody else does, I catch it. You decided to compare Shin Malphur and his character role, spoilers by the way in Destiny 2, that he's the kind of guy that that will go out and get drinks with you, and if you if you get drunk, then he'll send you to the rehab center to make you get better. But at the same time, he'll still like want to go out with drinks with you and get you drunk. So he's like a light and dark kind of person. So it's like, and that's how you explained it. And I was like, all right, Ethan, all right.
It all comes back to alcoholism.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. You're welcome.
What are you
Hey,
gonna
so
do?
before we like move topics too much, I know it's like a complete break, but can we put like a small clip from the video in this podcast?
Ethan.
That'd be
Which video?
the one I'm editing.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
As like a
Just
sneak
like-
peek.
Yeah, just be like, all right.
Yeah.
Here's the
So-
beautiful clip.
We're gonna have a trailer for the gameplay video that
This
we're gonna
summer.
put up right now.
Right now. There you go.
Dude, I told you, man. Like my plan for the shank, or for the fallen whatever, the fallen walkers, worked beautifully. I did.
You
I did
really need to learn
75% of
names
the
of
health.
shit.
I mean, yeah.
Because I said take down this turret, and you're like, it's already dead. I'm like, no, it's fucking not. I'm shooting it right now. Check out this turret.
It's a,
No, the turret. Now the turret's dead.
I knew what you were talking about.
And you're like,
I just didn't know how to call
like,
that
oh,
in the process.
lol.
I was trying to say the walker's dead. Hope you enjoyed it.
All right, yeah. So that's the sneak peek that you just saw.
That was tasty, wasn't it?
Yeah, it sure was.
Man, that
So-
part when he said that thing, ooh.
That's what this feels like. Okay, I've always wondered what that felt like during recording to do
gonna
something
make-
in post.
That's gonna make no sense when I forget to edit that in.
Yeah, it sure is.
Hold on.
I
Yeah,
got
there
it.
you go.
I already got it.
Yep.
Got it, Ethan.
Did you? All right, you guys already put it in the reminders.
Make him remember. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll fit for that. But yeah, I'm hoping that the funny moments that what we find funny, the people that watch it also find it funny. I really hope so, because gosh, there's some bits to it that are pretty good. So
Yeah, we have a good time when we play games
Teaches you
together.
how to spell servitor.
now you're spoiling it. You're spoiling it.
Can't talk about video that's not out yet.
Yeah, come on, man.
I mean, it might be up by the time this comes out.
It might. And
We don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know.
That's fair.
If that's gonna be really weird now thinking about it, because if you do a sneak peek for something that's already out, there's no point in doing a sneak peek for something.
Well, maybe if they
I
just
mean, there
get
still
launches.
is.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. Okay.
Um.
See your guys' point.
So, I went to. I got a new phone this week. All right.
Still an iPhone.
Oh yeah. It's great. It's an iPhone XR. It's beautiful.
Bah.
But the company that I had it with, is just like a local based company, like just in this state. And so,
Not just in that state.
that's what they said.
They're based out of that state, but
Oh,
They're in
okay. They were like, no, we're just here. But
they're wrong.
I went to go. Yeah, I believe it.
Because I'm with
I
the same
went to
carrier.
go get my phone, like my new phone, and I was switching accounts too. I was switching to like a different account, and my dad's the old account holder because I've had the phone for like 4 years, and so they were like, "Oh yeah, to keep your same number, you've got to get your dad to drive from 2 different states away, come and sign to release your phone number." I was like, "What?" "Oh yeah, you can't have it." I was like, "So like, can I sign since I'm on the account?" They're like, "Well, no, it's got to be your dad." I was like, "Why does it have to be him?" They're like, "It just does." I was like, "So you can't do e-sign?" And they were like, "No." I was like, "That's preposterous. Why would we do e-sign? We're that crazy." Like,
We're
the
just a cell
freaking-
phone
Yeah,
provider.
exactly. Like, I said, "Is there any other way I could keep this number?" Because a lot of places have my phone number. A lot of people have my phone number. I would just prefer to keep this phone number. That way I don't have to go through all the hassle. And she was like, I mean, we could fax the paperwork to them. It would take like 5 to 7 days, and then get it back in another 5 to 7 days. So you can get it in like 3 weeks. And I was like, all right. Cue like Adventure Time Lemon Dude. Unacceptable. Like, yeah, that's how I felt. And I just went in the corner and started looking at like phone cases. I hate these people. And she like handed me all my stuff. I was like, all right, thank you, and all that. I was like, all right, it's whatever. Thanks, bye. I just like left. I was ticked.
You can't do e-sign, something that has to do with like technology and using like your phone or computer or whatever for something to get your phone. Like,
No,
what?
it didn't make any sense. I was really mad. I was like, I just can't keep my old number. And they're like, nope, can't happen.
Huh.
Yeah, dude.
I still
I'm blown away.
I still don't have you saved in my contacts, by the way. So.
Oh, that's fine. I see. Again, I forgot to tell you that my number changed.
No, you did. You told me.
Okay.
I'm lazy.
Aaron didn't tell me that he did tell me that his number changed, but the first message that he sent me with his new number was a selfie because he was like, look how quality my camera is. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is. It's so much prettier, man.
I thought, so
surprised.
you were talking up your camera, and I thought you meant the other camera. And so I thought you were going to take like a picture of like your
I'll
car
send you that
or
one,
something.
too. I'm not
But it
taking a
was-
picture of my car. You see my car.
But it was like your face from like a downward angle. And I was like, oh, okay.
Let's see. Let's take a picture.
Hello, Aaron's beard.
Yeah.
But that's not all of my stories. I have another story. I'll just go ahead and transition into that.
Yeah, go right ahead, dude.
So at work today, this is so stupid. Can't believe somebody said this. So ignorant. I work at a shoe department in a department store, and so I'm over here, and this old white lady comes to me, and he says, I need this pair of Under Armour shoes. And I was like, okay, we don't sell Under Armour here. She was like, well, they're online. I was like, yeah, they're online, but we don't sell them at our store. It's got to be a bigger store, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, she was like, okay, that's cool, whatever. What shoes would you recommend for a 45-year-old man? My grandson wants to get his dad's shoes for Father's Day. I was like, all right. So I went and picked up a pair of Nikes. I was like, what about these? These are close to the Under Armour ones. And she goes, I don't know. Like, okay. And she starts like looking around, like looking sideways, like each side to side, leans into me and whispers and goes,
Check your corners.
yeah, exactly. Leans in and goes, do white people wear those now?
Oh my.
And I was like,
Okay.
what?
Okay.
You should have replied, what? Shoes?
Yeah. Yeah.
I looked at her and I was like,
Yeah.
huh? She was like, they didn't used to wear those. I was like,
Again, shoes?
huh.
Looked and pointed
Weird.
at him and be like, what are
And
those?
I didn't know how to react. Like, I just kind of looked at her. I was like, what are you talking about? She
Yeah,
was like,
huh.
and then she just stared at me, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking. I told her, I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And she was like, oh, honey, if you were just old like me. And I wanted to be like, no, if I was just ignorant like you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then she looks at a pair of shoes and goes, what about those instead? Different pair of Nikes. 100% just a different pair of Nikes. That she was like, what about those though? Why?
I'm thinking she just didn't like your choice, but instead of saying no, I didn't like that, she had to make up something.
She just started being racist.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like
Old white people self-defense. Let me just be racist.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. It's like, how do I
That's
not
my
say
self-defense mechanism.
no to this? Yeah. How do I just not say no to this?
Somebody says something that I don't like, I'm like, yeah, well, you're from a socially disenfranchised group historically, so there.
There you go. Bam. And walk away.
Mm-hmm. They're just Italian.
Yeah.
Take that, you fucking guinea.
I was just, man, I just hate racist people, dude.
I apologize to any Italians that are listening.
Yeah. How dare you, Ethan?
They're too busy eating spaghetti. Don't worry about them.
Moving their hands around.
They're like an Italian meme somewhere going around for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
That's the thing I just did with my hands that you can't see because it's an audio podcast.
I was about
Yeah,
to
good
say,
job.
good to know, man.
Yeah.
I literally
it was
just closed
weird.
my eyes, made a smirk, and did the Italian hand.
Every single time though that somebody brings up the Italian memes, I just think of the pasta la vista image of the dude that
What?
puts like the. You don't know about this? The guy that puts in like those uncooked noodles in like the mag, and he's wearing like the chef outfit. Hold on.
Yep.
Yeah,
I've
I know
seen it.
Ethan
I've seen
knows.
it.
I know Ethan knows what I'm talking about. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it real quick. For
Something else I'm
Aaron's
gonna have
sake.
to edit in.
No, you won't have to edit this in.
I'm going to.
Okay, go ahead.
Speaking of that, speaking of noodles, man, what about the ramen and like people just fixing crap with ramen nowadays? Like, y'all seen those videos?
Yes, I've seen those videos.
Yeah.
I've seen those videos. I've seen those life
Those
hacks.
blow me away. I watch dudes. So, like, do they take it up later? Because there's no way it like stays like that.
No, they put the super glue in it that makes it just rock hard. Like they put like epoxy in it,
Weird.
so it's basically just epoxy.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Basically. You haven't seen that?
No, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
I like to
Ethan, I don't know.
translate from Italian in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can put that in the video.
Yeah. See, that's why I was like, no, you don't have to put it in the video because I don't want Ethan to put it in the video.
Why
Put
not?
the suicidal hotline below it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
That may have been a
We're
little too dark. That was too dark for me.
Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead and try to commit suicide with a mag loaded with pasta. I fucking dare you.
I mean,
Do
you
it
could choke on it.
right now.
Somebody will succeed, Ethan. Somebody will succeed.
If you succeed in committing suicide with a magazine loaded with pasta, like a pistol magazine loaded with pasta, can you tweet us
I don't.
at Wight Noise _cast?
I don't think that's how that works, Ethan. I don't.
Yeah, no. If they succeed, then they have to tweet about it.
Dude, we're gonna lose a sub. Questions is gonna
We're
be gone.
gonna lose this. No, it can't be Q. Ethan hasn't met him yet.
haven't
Technically,
met
we
him.
won't lose a sub because if someone's dead, then they can't unsub.
That's why PewDiePie
Hey,
has
do
so
it,
many
guys.
subscribers.
Do it. Can't unsub fellas.
Yep. Everybody do it.
Cox gun. Can't unsub if you did.
Yeah.
Do me a favor though. When you do it, press play on our podcast.
Yeah.
Like just on our playlist. That way, when they find you, they'll see it, and then they'll
Can
be
you-
like, "Oh, yo,
can
these
you
guys
leave
are
a-
pretty good."
Can you leave a macaroni painting, like saying they told me to do it?
Yeah.
The voices told me to do it while our podcast is playing in the background.
It was the white noise.
White Noise TV going on.
Okay, I'm gonna read Tay's text out to y'all guys real quick.
Uh-oh.
My internet done did get struck by that dead gum lightning. I tell you what.
See? And this is why I thought... Never mind, I won't go there. I won't go there. Inside joke.
It's funny.
But yeah, that's pretty funny.
Oh, I know what you were about to say.
Yeah, now you do,
But-
don't you?
Have you seen the new Get Up video? Like the Get Up challenge? Those are funny.
Let me
I really like them.
see. I'm glad we're talking about videos and images.
Well, I mean, it's just like a
Audio-friendly
thing that
podcast.
happens. I was telling Ethan about it today. It's like there's this one song by the guy called Blanco Brown. So his name is like White Brown.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Pretty
No, I'm
much.
seeing. I'm looking at it right now. Yep.
Yeah, and they just play like he has like a really old country song, and he just like dance like all these like people
What?
dance to it.
What is this new trend? What is this? First it
I
was
don't know, man.
it was like Old Town Road, and now it's this.
I like it.
What?
I like
What?
it.
I mean, I don't mind it as it like happening.
Oh.
I just don't want it to become like super like top chart
Are
popular.
you looking at it, Ethan?
Yeah, no, I've seen this. I saw the one of the kid in school doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're funny.
Because the one of the kid, like, walking through his school, like, in his uniform, that one was actually pretty cool. Oh, here it is. I found it.
You don't have to link any of those because we could get taken down for that. So
Yeah, we would get taken down for that. We're a
I mean-
small YouTube channel, and YouTube hates us.
Yeah.
YouTube pays us?
No, YouTube hates us
Oh.
as like a
I
group.
was like, you guys
No,
are getting
I
paid
wish.
for that?
I wish. Yeah, you guys getting paid.
Y'all getting paid?
Y'all getting paid?
I speak in memes now.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Sure you do. Sure you do.
I'm learning. I'm trying to be there
Slowly.
for Noah.
Very slow.
This
learner.
weird like reverse country rap that's happening now.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Right?
It's fire.
See, I wouldn't mind it if it didn't,
mean-
like, every single time it gets
No.
created, it becomes top charts. Like, if that wasn't the case, like, it's like, just because it's something weird, it gets top charts. That shouldn't be how it works, you know?
It's the musical version of a battle royale.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
We made a
Fortnite's-
battle royale. Game of the year.
Yeah, Fortnite's dying, so artists are doing this now, apparently. This is what's
A
getting
black
popular.
guy's like, I made a country song. Top of the charts.
Right, exactly. Exactly. So weird to me.
And I want it prefaced that the reason that Derp and I are upset about this is because we're racist.
Oh, yes, definitely. Absolutely. We're the same person. So you know. Gosh. So,
That's great.
futuristically speaking, do you guys see us, like, in the future, you know? Us doing recordings like these? Like, and I'm talking
What?
about, like, when I mean, like, in the future, I
What are you
mean,
talking
like,
about?
Like, how far in the future?
like a year or two.
Like tomorrow? Yeah.
Oh,
See
I
us
thought
doing
you were
stuff.
meaning like when we're old men sitting on a front porch,
Oh,
like
heck
talking
no.
about like I remember when I-65 came through these parts.
Yeah, yeah, I remember we did episode 3. Yeah, no. No. But do you guys see us doing that like in like a year or two from now? Yeah. Okay, good. Because I'm really wondering if like these recordings is gonna get us in trouble because we end up like doing better. You know, like we make ourselves sound better and a lot more formal. That when we go back to these videos, we're like, oh man, that was we
Oh,
should
dude,
we
no.
should gotten in trouble. for
About
that.
how we talk about how racist we are?
Yeah, exactly. That
The day
stuff
that
like
I
that.
become more formal is the day that I'm dead, so I won't be on the podcast anymore.
I mean,
Okay.
as long as we don't do anything to our cats, we'll be fine.
Cats.
Shane Dawson?
Oh, you went like that long ago. Okay, I was not thinking of that.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Cool.
he's fine. He's addressed it
he's real fine.
wrong.
Like,
That's the
He's
only
killing it
issue.
in the YouTube game.
He just addressed it wrong. All right, that's it. He just
I tell you what, the Lord that's sitting down the smite and boom, no more kablamo.
So guys, episode 10, we're gonna go to Japan and go to the suicide forest, right?
definitely, dude. Yeah.
I mean, we need to get famous somehow.
Million sub special guys. Million
I have
sub
to-
special. Huh?
I have to buy a hat first, but yeah.
Oh wait, y'all should tell them what I said we should do for our special subs. Like what we're gonna do if we get to like 250,000.
Yeah.
Nope,
Yeah.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it because then it'll have to be a thing.
Yeah. Man, I agree with both sides of this.
All right. It's a funny idea. It's a
Yeah.
funny idea.
It's a funny one.
It's gotta be a big ass stretch goal though.
Yeah, it does. And you don't have to do it, Ethan. You don't have to do it. I'd be fine
mean-
doing it. Noah said he'd be fine doing it.
He would love it. Noah would love it.
Yeah, I bet Noah would. But
You guys don't know Noah as well as I do.
what?
He's very willing. He is very gung ho human, and sometimes he's a little too gung ho.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
why I really do need to move. I could be like, hey, Noah, let's go do this. You'd be like, yes, let's go.
Like
Yeah,
Aaron,
yes.
you know how like Wyatt is always my conscience. Like I'm like, let's fucking do it, and Wyatt's like,
You're his?
I'm Noah's conscience.
No.
No.
So
He needs a better conscience.
yeah, no. If I'm saying telling
I need to go
Noah
protect him.
that's probably not a good idea, then you know that it's a really fucking bad idea.
But Ethan, Noah hasn't gotten super drunk for you to be his conscience.
I don't feel like that's true at all.
Wait, has he? No. Yeah, Noah probably has. Now that I think about it, yeah. No, Noah probably has. He just doesn't talk about it.
No.
No? Okay. Never mind
No,
then.
I mean, No, he doesn't talk about it, but yes,
Okay.
it has happened.
Okay. I was about to be like, sorry for judging you that hard, Noah, but never mind.
He definitely does.
Oh, yeah.
He's told me about
100%.
it before. Well, I know that because I know how Ethan was like, oh, when I go to college, I'll be all good because I got a friend that lives near campus. And then that friend was Noah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to have a friend that I can go party with. That friend was Noah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
So I knew, like, in past tense. I texted Noah and was like, no, I don't drink, just so you know. And he was like,
Because that was,
okay.
2 years ago.
And I was like, I'm just letting you know. He was like, okay, why? I was like, just in case we ever hang out and you suggested it, I did. I didn't want to like bum you out or something. He's like, okay. And he was very like weirded out by my like, just
Yeah.
like, oh hey, Noah, just so you know.
Yeah. Just like
It was
out of
very
nowhere.
sporadic.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my personality.
Yeah, Mister. I have dandruff on my left eyebrow.
Dude. I think of you guys every time. Like I see it now. I'm like, oh, man,
Yeah.
freaking left eyebrows doing it again.
God damn.
Did it this week. I had to go to the bathroom at work, like wash it out.
You know, when people describe someone as having salt and pepper hair, that's not what they mean.
No, it is not.
I bought dandruff shampoo and I wash my eyebrows before I get out of the shower now.
You're a fucking freak. You're a freak, man.
You know, you need to find somebody that has the exact same issue and like just talk to them and ask them
Yo,
questions as to how they
hit me
deal
up.
with it. Yeah.
If you find someone that is like your confidant in your stalwart quest to find like a solution to your eyebrow dandruff, I'm so concerned for what kind of person that they will be.
Your right eyebrow has to have dandruff.
Yeah.
That's it.
It can't be your
Your
left.
right-
It can't be
yeah.
both. It has to be your right.
If you're that person, go to our Instagram, follow me, and DM me. I'm on it all the time. I'll look at it. I'll see it.
What if they have dandruff on their left eyebrow, but they're also left-handed?
What?
Why would that
Why would
matter?
that matter?
I don't know,
Yeah.
because like your dandruff correlates to your brain dominance. So what if their dandruff
What?
correlates to their brain
Does it
dominance?
really? Wait, really?
I mean, he's right-handed and he has it on his right eyebrow.
No,
so
it's my left eyebrow.
That's not. But you just said right.
you just said right.
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
Dang.
This is why we
Maybe.
record podcasts.
You blew my whole theory out of the water.
Yep, sure did.
I'm sorry. You know what? Maybe it was right. I'll
Yeah.
tell you when I have it next.
Aaron
Yeah.
doesn't know his left from his right.
I mean, I
So,
do, but like when you look in a mirror, it's just confusing.
So.
Make an L with your thumb.
Oh, that's my
But I
left
make
hand.
an L with both thumbs, but one's just flipped sideways and backwards.
Wait, which way does an L go?
Yeah.
Left. Which way is left? That was the whole process. Can you make an R with your hand? Not in sign language.
Ah,
But like.
you're no fun. But you brought up DMs for Instagram, that right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
cool. Because somebody recently, in like the last 2 days, has been sending you Instagram DMs.
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know.
So I don't get how. And for context, my girlfriend has decided to start sending Aaron Instagram DMs, like
Yo, hit me up on my personal.
because
Wink,
we brought it up during the podcast. So I don't get how she'll send you one image and you're immediately like, she's exactly like you. How did you get to that? What made you think like she
Sent
sent
one image of Melty.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like
the same
that's,
person.
That's AJ. It's the same person.
Who else does that?
Me.
Who?
Yeah,
Who sends me
Ethan.
random
But
anime faces?
That's
But y'all are
also
twins.
not a valid response.
Because we're the same person. Let's see who else does that. I know Tavish does that.
But
he knows
so I have a
us,
little
so-
copy pasta I send to everybody that follows us, just so they can get the thing out. But I also like I'm not just like dormant about it. Like I don't send it, wait for you to see it, and then like you message me back and I leave you on red. Like I'm gonna like still talk to you if you message me in the DM, no matter who it is.
Oh yeah.
She just messaged me back, NYO, I'm an independent. I ain't no communist. Also, incorrect grammar on your story. And then Dirt messaged me, is like, you tried to turn my girlfriend into a communist.
Yeah.
And I didn't have any, like, I didn't have any understanding of what he was talking about. And I was like, oh, wait, hold on. Let me go check Instagram DM. I got one while ago. So I looked at it. I was like, oh, got it. So I just said, hey, Derp's girlfriend. And then she just sent me an anime face.
It's Melty from The Rising of the Shield Hero.
For context.
I haven't watched Shield Hero yet.
Not yet, dude, but you need to because it's so good.
But they're the same person.
So good.
Just because of one image?
Yeah.
See? Yeah, that's why I'm like.
Should I tell her she's featured on this week's podcast?
I mean, I don't. No, I didn't mention it to her. Yeah, go ahead.
And she'll probably say, "Shut your goddamn mouth, you commie bastard."
Yeah, something along those lines. I mean, I don't think I would. Maybe I would. But yeah. Yeah.
So is that your joke now? Aaron's a sexist, racist communist now?
Wait, no. My computer set a time to restart itself. No, wait, hold on.
Is it within 15 minutes?
It's within 5.
That's not good.
So the last 10 or so minutes of the podcast is just going to be me and Dirt.
Yeah.
I fixed it.
You fixed it? Okay. That's good. That would have been pretty bad.
I almost pulled a skin and just deleted your recording.
Yeah. Or you from episode 1 and just left in the middle of a sentence.
Mm-hmm.
I put your featured on this week's podcast, ! Don't forget to subscribe. Winky face.
There you go.
Also, there you go, make it look real official.
So she sent me the chat and
I sent Ethan the chat.
Yeah, so I kind of figured that your first message is a copy paste because I was like, that doesn't sound like Aaron. Like whenever Aaron's like just straight talking for like an introduction, I was like, that's super formal. Like I was like, which is really nice for Wight Noise, but I was like, I don't think he realizes who this is. Like I don't think he had any idea who.
No,
yeah,
I didn't. I wouldn't have sent it to her. I didn't send one to Allison.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you didn't know.
What happened? What? Oh yeah, one time somebody sent me one, or I sent one to somebody, and they're like, "All right, awesome, I'll go subscribe." And I just messaged him back very informally and said, "Thanks, Dad."
Yes, you did.
Yeah, that was the thing. So, Aaron, you say "Thanks, Dad" to us,
which
like,
is fine
in casual conversation, which is just like a funny little thing, but. You send out this like super formal like plea like, hey, thanks for following blah 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 blah, like we're this podcast, if you want to go check us out, here's the link, if you want to, we make podcasts every week, it's a cool thing, you should go check us out. And it's worded very eloquently, and you send that with the link, and then a guy responds and says, hey, sure, I'll go check it out, thanks for sending me, and you reply, thanks, Dad.
Yeah, it's like
the most
older
informal.
It's like
thing.
An older brother getting like the younger brother getting the older brother's account and then just starting to use it for jokes. That's what it seemed like.
See, it's like when you match with someone on Tinder and you like don't know what to say to them, so you hand it to your buddy and they send the first text and then like, all right, I got the ball rolling, and then they send it back to you and you just fuck it up completely.
Yeah.
Send me pictures.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Or like, yo, is your nickname Cigarette? Because I want to get you lit, put your butt in my mouth.
Okay.
I wasn't ready for that.
I saw that one today.
Okay. Gotcha.
There was one person I matched with the other day. I'm probably never going to meet this person, but their name was Bracy. And so I said, do I need to brace myself for you?
Oh my god.
Again, I want to commit die.
She thought it was really funny. She thought it was funny. Should I make a Tinder for Wight Noise?
Why?
That might give us like a bad rep, not like a good one.
Give us a meme rep.
Not really.
I've matched with people named Coffee before, and they just talked to me in coffee forms. Like, they were like, I love you a latte. Like,
They fit
And
you
here's
perfectly.
by, can I put some more cream in you?
No, I didn't, but that would have been excellent.
That's
Oh, that was
saved.
pretty. That was really nice. I wish I was recording. I need that soundbite now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm recording, so
Oh, I need that soundbite later. Use for edits later. Oh, so
Derp.
everybody has Divinity now, by the way.
Derp,
So
why
everyone
did you
knows.
just put Fappuccino in the chat?
Because of
Like, you could have
Coffee.
said it.
yeah, I didn't feel like it.
I mean, I saw it and I was like, if this isn't an image, then I'm talking about it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I just felt like it was related to what we were talking about. First thing
It was. You
came-
could
There's
have
a-
used it as dialogue.
There's
you
just
know,
long silence after my coffee joke, and then just
Yeah.
text pops up in the bottom right corner of my screen. Just says, Derp says Fappuccino.
behind the scenes, man. Behind the scenes.
BTS is my favorite band.
Shut up.
Ew.
It's not.
But
We talked about your music taste last podcast.
Yeah, but I don't like K-pop.
okay.
Yeah, it's just weird.
There's
I don't know, man. They're just twins.
that's
Allison likes K-pop.
Sorry, Allison.
So Allison's ringtone actually used to be a K-pop song, and I asked her why. This is on her old phone. I was like, "Why is your ringtone a K-pop song?" And she was like, "It's so embarrassing that I'm motivated to answer it quickly."
that works.
And I'm like, "That's a very odd strategy that I guess works."
Yeah.
But all right.
Yeah.
Like the opening bars of a K-pop song comes on, she just snatches her phones up. She's like, "Hello?" Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Could you imagine being in like a job interview or something like that and your phone rings?
I mean,
Like something real official.
depends on where you are. For the interview.
Oh.
I should set my ringtone to the OP for Aramanga Sensei.
The no,
All a
that's-
bunch of weebs.
Or Boku no Pico.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. If somebody, if during the interview scene, if the person you're talking to starts laughing, you don't want to get that job. You don't want
Or
that
I
job.
or I do.
Yeah, or you really do want that job.
I'm like, hold on. I just look at them and I'm like, weeb? And they're like, weeb.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's like the My Hero Academia joke between what that means
Yeah.
in Japanese and then the other off-brand anime that exists.
Mm-hmm. Guy's like, I was gonna watch this new anime called Boku no Hero Academia.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, that's a gay porno. That's a trap.
Yeah.
Here's the real one. It's named Boku no Pico. Thanks, bro. Got you, bro.
Got you. And then you just never see that person ever again because they'll try to kill you. So.
Yep. That video of the guy opening up his laptop in class and then slinging it into the wall.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Completely sidetracking from this. I had a customer today that used Bamboozle unironically, and it weirded me out. It weirded me out.
Explain.
So, I was helping him with getting like
children's cartoon character.
yes, but he used it as like a verb.
Like he got bamboozled?
No, like
Bamboozled
he
again.
was sure. Yeah, exactly like that, but not to himself. So we were looking at the electrical equipment that we have or whatever. So like for wires and plugins and everything like that. For
Some
context,
12.2, some 12.3.
yeah, exactly. For context, I work at a hardware store. But he was like, so I have
Use my hardware.
so he's listing everything in his, but saying it out loud as
Store it in your butt.
to what he has, and then he was like, okay, I have yeah, I can bamboozle some wire from my brother. I was like, did he just...
What?
So I'm taking it that he meant, like, borrow, like, quote-unquote
Steal.
borrow. Yeah, basically steal.
How are you gonna borrow wire? I'm gonna borrow this wire and then wire
not
it
give
into my house.
Yeah, not give it back. Yeah.
It's gonna be permanently wired into my walls,
But I was
so
like-
you're not getting it back.
I was so confused. Did he just use that as an actual verb for what he's doing? But
Bamboozled is a verb for fool or cheat.
I mean, so yeah,
mean,
I can
yeah.
cheat some wire out of my brother.
yeah,
So that works.
that
I
works.
didn't know the definition of bamboozle.
There you go. Now you know.
Really? You didn't know he was
like-
like fooled?
Yeah,
I kind of figured
but it
was
is
something
like
that.
that is a definition of it.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
that
like,
was
oh,
the other definition.
I was bamboozled again. I was like, you fooled me again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. There's a lot of words that I feel like that people don't use properly that we just use in everyday life.
Yeah, can we also talk about accepted spellings for a second? Because it low-key pisses me off.
This coming from the person. Hey, you should really check the description for the last video.
Yep.
Either-
Yep. What did... Hold on. There's
yeah.
a lot of things happening.
I just tried to trigger Ethan in chat. If anybody's curious. I
Yep,
think it
because
worked.
this is what inspired it. Because
I
Aaron
figured.
sent a text that said, I forget what your text said, but you used the word
said-
psych.
I said I got a new number, and then I started referencing
Psych, that's the
that
wrong
old
number.
video.
And you're like, psych. Oh, psych, that's the wrong number.
Yeah, glasses, jacket, shirt, man. Yeah.
And you
Fucking
spelled
love it.
psych S-I-K-E. Stop typing it in the chat.
hold on. Do you one better?
Eeks.
Yeah, and I mean, but Ethan, you can't blame anybody because you got our own description for a video wrong. So, hold on, let me see exactly what it was. Hold on.
When?
That's not the
When?
right word. Hold on.
I mean, it wasn't like intentional or anything. It was unintentional, but you still got it wrong.
Talking about when I misspelled something?
Yeah. Well, you mistyped something.
Yeah, no. Okay, so that was different.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I typed up a description for the podcast and I used the word discuss. And
There was that
I
one.
spelled it. Yeah. And I spelled it incorrectly. Or like fat thumb something. it was a typo. And so I copied and pasted the
Here you go. I'm gonna stop you right there because this is for our newest video. Now you see it. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a new one.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why Ethan never sent that one to me, so I wasn't able to be like, oh, it's spelled
That's-
wrong.
The reason that I didn't send that one to you is because I was in the party with Aaron when I was typing it up.
Buttocks.
Okay. Yeah. Products.
Shut up.
Hey,
shut
everybody, check out
Cross-sex.
episode number 3 and link
Shut
the
up.
description.
It'll be
Creator
fixed before this
Studio.
video's up. It'll be fixed.
Edit.
It's being
It
fixed
is going to be fixed
during
right now.
podcast. All right, that's great, Ethan. Way to ruin my fun, man.
Solid.
Yeah. just for the record, Apple
Save
products
changes.
was typed incorrectly. For
What do
everybody
you
to
mean,
know.
derp? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're right.
Nothing
Was,
is spelled incorrectly in any description
Ah,
of
man.
any of the episodes of the podcast.
You caught me lying there, Ethan. I'm so
You
sorry.
ignorant
Yep,
fuck.
I sure am. Shame on me.
Stupid. Hey, stop doing the Tavish.
Yep.
We're doing a Tavish now.
You started it.
I did start it.
Aaron started.
No,
it.
you
Actually,
started it with Fappuccino.
Derps did start it with Fappuccino.
Fappuccino to
I
side.
just wanted somebody else to say it. I didn't want to say it. I let somebody else say it.
Terp's like, I don't want to be edgy.
I don't
I
want to
don't
say Fappuccino.
Yeah.
It's weird.
No.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't wanna have
uncomfortable saying
sound bites of people
Fappuccino.
saying Fappuccino.
Somebody
I
else
want
do
you
it.
to say Fappuccino.
Yeah, exactly. I want that.
I have an
to-
episode title.
Did we ever talk about the thing that I want to get recorded that I want to do at 250? 250? Did we ever tell what it was?
No, because then it'd be a thing. So we're
Okay.
not. We're
I
not
just
talking
didn't
about it.
say this. Let's just say that Aaron had a stretch goal for something that we could do when we get to 250,000 subscribers, and it's something that is
Quite
let's
permanent.
say irreparable.
Permanent.
I was gonna say something else to it. I just couldn't remember if we named it, so I don't want to say it again.
Yeah, no, we didn't name it.
So, okay, that's fine.
A very serious thing for someone in the cast to do.
Correct.
Wait, one person in the cast? I thought about all of us.
No, not all of us doing that. You know how weird and cringy that'd be if all of us did it? It makes sense if it's like one person, because then it's like, yeah, I'm dedicated. But then,
Okay, let's just say it.
yeah,
Aaron wanted somebody to get a tattoo of the Wight Noise logo.
It'd be great.
And see, I'm down for a tattoo. I don't want it to be the Wight Noise logo.
not when we only have like X amount of subscribers, and this is like still kind of like a loosely done thing that we're doing. It's not like
you
a
should get
set in stone.
satisfaction tattoo
No,
somewhere.
see, the thing, getting a tattoo as a stretch goal for the podcast, being podcast related, I am okay with. Like, I would get a tattoo of like a ribbon microphone or something like that
Okay.
as a stretch goal. I would totally do that. But the thing about logos is logos get updated and changed.
That
and-
just shows that you're like, a real fan.
But
I'm not a fan
He's
of
a-
the thing that I create.
yeah, he's a co-host and a producer. He doesn't just
I mean,
watch
that's-
these or listen to these.
Cut to 20 years down the road, and I'm with some sexual partner, and they're like, "What's this tattoo mean? What's Wight Noise podcast?" And I'm like, "This failed project that me and my friends tried to do
Hey,
like 2 decades ago."
hey, meanie.
I'm not saying it will fail, but I'm saying
If it
I'm trying to
does,
future-proof my body.
Yeah.
Like, my career, no, but my body at least.
yeah, yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah,
I agree with Ethan.
it was your idea.
I just appreciate him not wanting to be a failure. I say you're a success at 250.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, it's not it's not a success to the point of I'm going to put something on me that's permanent.
Yeah, precisely. And that's why, like, I would be okay with getting a microphone or something like that with a cool aesthetic. And so, like, when the podcast is going on, and if we're keep on doing it, I could be like, oh, it was a stretch goal for my podcast. When we reach this many subs, then I got this tattoo. And they'd be like, oh, okay. And then it's a conversation starter, and I can talk about the podcast. But
You could get
say,
co-host embedded.
Yeah,
use your words, please.
embedded.
Thank you.
Uh
On your chest, you get co-host, like big co-host.
Tattooed or embedded? Because I don't want to get scarred permanently.
Embedded with ink.
That's called tattooing. Why wouldn't you just say tattoo?
I probably should have, because I can say that word on like embedded.
Why wouldn't you say you should just get co-host tattooed on your chest instead of embedded? Like I'm getting studs.
Yeah.
It just sounds way better.
But it doesn't mean the same thing.
I mean,
Sure
it
do.
could.
It doesn't,
But it
though.
doesn't.
That's not how words work. Weird how one word means one thing and the other means another thing.
PCs.
So that's where this is going. Okay.
That's Ethan's trigger word. My favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
Right there. All right. Oh.
I want it known that I do not get angry very often. And like
Just
I'm
an
normally I'm normally a very chill person until Aaron's in the chat.
Aren't you glad
for
that
our
he's
funny
like
moments video?
he's like?
Go ahead, Derp.
Aren't you glad that Aaron is like the third person, like in our pick group? Like he's like the person to show up out of the core cast for us, Ethan. Aren't you
No,
glad?
I feel like if Ethan wasn't angry, it wouldn't make us good for a show.
There's that too. There is that factor, which is great.
I make quality content. I make
Yeah.
Ethan make quality content.
There you
But-
go.
I earn the reputation as the angry person.
Well
But then
done.
if anyone meets me in real life, then I'm pretty chill.
He's pretty lovable in person. He likes me a lot. I'm not gonna see him. Gives lots of hugs.
I think it's the pipe. I think that's what it is. Now that doesn't sound right, but
I mean, he gives that pretty good too.
Please elaborate.
Dares away from his mouth.
hold on.
Did we break him?
No.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm going back. What I was talking about was smoking like tobacco from a pipe because Ethan's an old man.
Yes,
so-
I do smoke tobacco from a pipe occasionally.
I
have a-
this is how bad Ethan gets angry with me at.
I have a
I
picture
made-
of me wearing a beige cardigan and smoking out of a pipe, and the beige cardigan also has leather padded elbow.
How tall are you, Ethan? Hold on.
5'11".
5'11", yeah.
Dang it. Okay, I was gonna make a hobby joke, but never mind.
I mean, according to every female, I'm like 2 feet high.
I'm the shortest boy
true.
of the podcast. Is Noah
Mhm.
short?
No.
Oh yeah, he's shorter than you.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
interesting. Okay. Never mind.
But,
Won't talk about it.
Wait, no,
This
Aaron,
is
how
how-
tall are you?
5'10".
Yeah, Noah is 5'7".
Oh, he's a short boy.
Nice.
Yeah, no, he's pretty short.
Nice.
But when I made the folder for like funny moments clips, I put them in there as like what they're named as, so that way later I won't like have to rewatch the whole clip to understand what it is.
Mhm.
And just there's one of them where Ethan's yelling at me. It's Ethan yelling at me part 1. Because I know it's gonna be a part 2 too.
I think, is that the clip where I call you a fat-thumbed fuck?
No, that's a different one.
Ah, okay.
See? Example A.
Yeah, that's a different time.
No, this is when you're yelling at me for shooting a certain person.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't like that.
I didn't.
Oh, wait, you have that recorded?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys want to call it here?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That hour went by quickly.
Yeah, it sure did, man.
It did.
I was watching it and I was like, man, it's at 30 minutes. And then it feels like 10 seconds ago. I'm like, man, it's an hour. I was like,
Time flies when you're having a nice Fappuccino.
yeah. Great title.
Yeah. That's a solid time.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for sticking around all the way through past an hour for watching this video.
Unless you skip to the end, then you're a whore.
Yeah, then you're
And
cheating.
also, unless you're Italian.
That too. Which you won't get that joke because you skipped ahead. But, see y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye now.